Hey guys, welcome to another episode. Today we're gonna have a look at BTC and ETH, potential support areas, and what we can expect from Bitcoin in the coming days. We're also gonna have a look at the order book and how things have changed recently. Please note that this is not financial advice, it's just my own view, and you can follow all my trades in the Telegram. See the link below for that. Now we're first gonna start with the high time frame support areas on BTC. So I've been drawing this out for you, and since we recently saw quite a big dump from this high, which could be seen as deviation, kinda. I wouldn't say it too early, but for now it really starts looking like it. So where can we expect BTC to bounce? Well, actually, this is a great area where Bitcoin could be bouncing. We're gonna zoom in on that later. I think even after that, we will have the support of 26.7K, the very much spoken of support of 25.2K, but I think this will either be front run or we're just gonna go straight through it to 24.2K. Now, if this doesn't hold, obviously we're gonna get lower, but I think we should be looking at that later if we actually get that low. I personally don't think so. So these are basically the high time frame support areas. I would not be looking to long anything in between. I think these areas are fine as support. If you are going to long it, then I think it's wise to use not a super tight top, but give it a little bit of room. Sometimes we might sweep below it, or if we actually bounce, then sometimes we can visit it again to just get some of these stops hunted. So I think it's wise if you start longing it to use a bit of a wider stop. All right, so with that, let's have a look at the 4-hour exponential moving average. We've recently started retesting it, and we are now a little bit below it, actually. I was expecting this to hold stronger, but for now we haven't really seen the bounce that I was expecting here, which I also shared in the Telegram. Now, still, we have not really broken this support, so we can still bounce, of course, but yeah, with this 4-hour exponential moving average, usually it is a really good indicator if we continue to go up or if this is actually the start of a new downtrend. So let's have a look at some previous examples where this happened. This, for example, when we started going below it, it was actually quite a brutal dump, and since then we actually went further down. But here is, as we can see, we held it as a support, also this support area of 21.5K then. But then we recently, we also wicked a little bit below to do it again later and then continue the trend up. So usually this is actually a very good indicator on the trend that BTC is going to. So it hasn't really changed. We're still at this support area, but if we are gonna be bouncing lower, obviously we are losing this support area, and then the trend changes, in my opinion. But still, it hasn't really changed on the higher time frame scales. Then let's have a look at the potential squeezes on the lower time frame of BTC. Actually, what we can see is that we have been in down-only mode since, the 19th of April. It started off with quite a brutal dump after we retraced the previous dump, which is not a good sign that we dumped here. This should have held, in my opinion, and we should have continued here or moved sideways. But this is actually something I was not expecting and didn't want to see for BTC. Now, since then, we've basically been in down-only mode. There has been a lot of spot selling, and some huge selling walls have been placed around these levels. Now, what is interesting to me is that a lot of these highs are untapped, which means there is liquidity because people will be putting their stops just above these wicks. Now, usually what we can see is once the price starts to move up, we will squeeze these wicks and then go higher and squeeze these wicks and etc. What we can see is that we have a lot of these highs that are untapped, and if BTC starts to reverse here, then these stops should be taken out very quickly, in my opinion, since we have a lot of these, which will fuel the way up again. Yeah, but either way, it's not really a good sign for BTC. BTC has been acting very weak. It has only been setting lower highs and lower lows here. Now, obviously, this can turn, but it's not really a good sign for BTC. And a lot of the times, these lower time frame charts give a very good view on higher time frame price action. So if this is starting to act like it doesn't want to bounce, a lot of the times we see that the higher time frame is also a little bit in danger, and it can actually predict what the high time frame charts are going to do. Now also we're going to have a look at the Binance USDT pair on Trading Light, which gives us a nice overview of where the big sell walls are placed. Now we've not seen this many sell walls actually for quite a while. These started appearing after the dump on April the 19th. And they haven't really been removed since. Well, some have been removed here, but it's not very significant. And we still have a lot of these sell walls that are there. Now, what do these sell walls do? They obviously they keep the price down, because if BTC wants to break through these price levels, we first need to buy everything that has been placed here. Obviously, that is not a very good sign if you're really bullish on BTC. But these orders can also be removed again, and can make it very easy then to cross these levels. So it's something I find very interesting to watch, but a lot of the times they don't mean a lot, and this can easily change in the future, of course. Now let's also have a look at the BTC USDT perpetual pair. What we can see, I think a lot of these sell orders have been filled on BTC USDT. Normally Binance is on the right side compared to Bybit, so we can have a look at Bybit as well. Open interest hasn't really moved up, just shy of 5%, which is not a lot. And it has been both mixed with shorts and longs, so doesn't really say a lot here. Now let's also have a look at the Bybit perpetuals pair. Also not much to update. Price hasn't obviously really moved. Open interest has been going up a little bit. I would say it is mostly longs. So we can nuke a little bit more down. But I think we have to be looking at these high time frame support areas then if we want to be looking for longs. And then finally, let's have a look at Ethereum. It doesn't really look that good, in my opinion. I think this really looks like a deviation above these highs and above the previous highs, which is not a good sign. Obviously, if you're bullish, if you're short, then it's a good sign. But I think we might be seeing Ethereum going for a bigger correction, and potentially for these 1720 support areas, and then maybe after we get to this 1500, but I think we should take it one step at a time. A lot can change over time, of course. All right, this has been the update on Bitcoin and the very short update on Ethereum. Overall, I think, we're gonna see a bit of a correction. On the other side, we are at support now, so this would be a very nice area for BTC to be bouncing. But for now, we're not seeing those signs of a very potential bounce yet. We can see the 26.7K, and after that comes 25.2K. I wouldn't recommend starting too long in areas between. I hope you find this video very useful. Please like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye.